big stone. I don't far from the tree of Christian Kane. With that, John wrote my character to start with. Very similar to what to something that I would know. He's from Oklahoma. His dad was in was working there. He's a little bit of a bar fighter. He doesn't mind a beer every once in a while. That's where it ends. And then literally he took me on this journey. All of a sudden we're introduced to magic, and my character is sort of when you grow up in a situation like me, it's not like this that much anymore. But if you're really smart, but you're still trying to be cool and you're trying to pick up on chicks and all that stuff didn't work. Now it does. Being smart is actually very attractive in this world. But when I grew up, it wasn't. You know what I mean? You had to be a tough guy. You had to get in a fair share of brawls, and you had to, and a woman will be intrigued as to how much beer you can drink and all that kind of stuff. It's not like that anymore, but that's where he grew up. So being smart was something he really hid from everybody in his life. Then all of a sudden he's thrown in with these guys, with Lindy's character, with John's character, and Noah Wiley at the helm. And he's like, wait, it's okay to be smart. It's okay to be this guy that I've always been. And so it's kind of a breath of fresh air to him. So it's fun because when you first see my character, basically freaking playing me. And then all of a sudden, this whole new world's opened up, and now he gets to be who he really is. And so you see a transformation of character almost right off the bat, which is nice. So it's a lot of fun. I'm not the fighter in this. Rebecca's the one throwing punches, man. I'm trying to relearn everything I know. Yeah. One of the great things about it is that we don't see it as characters, but you see these guys becoming a family. And it's kind of like it's broken toys. All of us are broken toys, and we've come to this world, and none of us fit into the real world, but here we all do, and we're the best guys in the world, and we're superheroes. We came from being odd man out to being superheroes, and I mean that's and none of us really see it, but the audience will. It's really great. Yeah. It's always fun to play a superhero. Come on. So I kind of grew up with this whole thing, this huge thing, and so I've always been a part of it. Now, I grew up on comic books, I grew up on video games, all this other kind of stuff. So this has always been a big thing for me. And Leverage wasn't that far off of it either. I mean, regardless if there was never any magic, but we were all kind of, again, playing superheroes in that sense. But I love this. I have some of the best fans in the world. They're my friends and they're my fans, and they call themselves the Caniacs. This is what gets me to be with them. If I was on a show, great shows, if I was on the Blacklist, if I was on CSI or anything like that, I wouldn't be able to reach out to them, and I wouldn't be able to come together with the people that I love, which are my fans, because this is our genre. This is what I grew up in. This is what I love, and this is nice. Not that those other shows I'm sure I would love being on those if those were my shows. They're not. These are the shows I love to do. These are the things I like to write. I don't know. It's just so much more fun to have magic on the set than it is. Somebody died. Who did it? Them. Put them on trial. Seriously. You know what I mean? This is not like that, man. There's giant wolves. There's freaking minotaurs. There's a Santa Claus. I mean, it's and it's all real. That's what I'm saying. It may not be real to you guys, but it's real to me. So that's what's fun. What I loved about Leverage so much was it wasn't a 5-man team. It was a 6-person team. It was always the guy sitting on the couch. It was always the girl sitting on the couch. It was the viewer at home that was also on the team. There's not a lot of shows that do that, and John Rodgers is brilliant for writing that way. The reason why I love those first 2 episodes is because, and I love all of them, but somebody, they took the ones that I love as well. But is because John has a very great way of putting the audience in with you. And so the journey that we take on the first 2 is such an opening and an eye-opener, and we're like, wait a minute, magic exists? And it's like, that's just, it almost feels real. It's almost like, because we if it was just magic and it happened, then we would all be like, oh yeah, well, magic. But nobody's seen this in the world, only a very few. And we are the ones that see it, and John puts you right there with us. And so instead of 4 people walking in the room and discovering that magic exists in the world, he does a great job of making sure that the audience goes with us. That's why I like the first 2, is because we go on this huge journey. After that, we kind of know magic exists. It's still all new to us, and we're figuring it out. But all of a sudden, we're thrown into this world that's unbelievable, literally. And the audience gets to go with us, and that's why I like him, because he walks everybody right through the maze with us, if you will. And that was fun. That's always fun. John Kim is the most fun I've ever had on set in my life. It's so funny to watch a Korean guy speak Australian, and he's just the best in the world. He takes every single little thing we give him, and he's so great. And we all just, we don't laugh at him, we laugh with him, and he allows us to do that. And so there's so many great things. Rebecca likes to laugh, I like to laugh, Lindy likes, I mean, we all like to laugh, and we just fall out and ruin film and takes because we're laughing so hard. And that right there is what you want. Yes, you want the show to go for 5 years, but if that ever dies, then the show dies, and I think the audience will see that. It's one of the great things about Leverage. I hate to bring it up again, but you know, Garth Brooks said something, who I've met, and early in life I took this with me. He said, no matter what seat you had, no matter if you were front row, no matter if you had a backstage pass, I'm still the one. I'm having more fun than you. And I think that's the success of the show. When we wrapped Leverage after 5 years, we still were having more fun than anybody. And we're doing that on this show. And you can kind of feel that, you know, for me, that's the key to success. It really is. As soon as Hugh Jackman wants to fucking hang it up, man. If I could pick anybody, I mean, obviously I'd want to play Wolverine. That's one of my all-time heroes, and he does such a great job. I don't see anybody stepping in that role and fixing that. There's nothing broke. My character that I would want to play, of more than anybody, even more than Wolverine, because I don't think it's been done right, and I could do it. I'd love to do a TV series. Well, my mom was from New Orleans. I want to get Cajun.
Yeah.
I want to be Gambit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. I would love to see that.
Yeah. And I can do a little bit of a Cajun accent. And that's, nobody's done that. He doesn't talk with a southern accent. He's Cajun. And so, you know, my mom was from around that town. So I would be. I mean, riding motorcycles and throwing cards at people. Come on. That'd be a great Gambit.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just thinking. Listen, I'm just talking out loud here, but I was like, I've talked to John about it. I'm like, just when True Blood's over, which it is, just use that set, man. Put him down there and have him do his own freaking show. This is brilliant, you know what I mean? It's like, his world is, every once in a while somebody comes in, but his world is totally different than most people, you know? So I just, yeah, so if you guys, I know you guys have a lot of power, let them know.